Is PS5 Slim worth taking, or is there no difference? We evaluated the new PS5 Slim and the original PS5. In November, sales of an updated and smaller version of the PS5 game console from Sony started. Today will be a brief summary of the differences between the new PS5 Slim and the original PS5. What happened before PS5 Slim formally? Sony released only two versions of the PS5, if you do not take into account versions with and without disk drives. The original PS5 back in 2020, and the updated PS5 Slim in 2023. But in reality, there are more modifications, or more correctly, revisions. The code designation CFI 1000 hides the first original version of the console for 2020, CFI 1100 for 2021, and CFI 1200 for 2022. There are practically no differences in design between them, but there are differences in other parameters. For example, the 1000th model with a drive weighs about 4.5 kilograms, the 1100th is already 4.2 kilograms, and the 1200th is only 3.9 kilograms. The latter also switched to a new process technology, 6nm versus 7nm, and significantly changed the layout of internal components. In particular, they made the motherboard smaller. Do such changes play a special role? Not really. According to measurements by enthusiasts, the difference in noise produced between all devices does not exceed 5 dB, and in power consumption, 20-30 W. But more importantly, there is no difference in performance. This is a fundamental decision of the company. How Slim is fundamentally different. The new PS5 Slim, CFI 2000, differs from its predecessors even more. Firstly, it is noticeably lighter, only 2.6 kilograms. The console has also decreased in overall dimensions, according to the manufacturer, by 30% by volume. On the front side, there are now two USB-C connectors instead of USB-A plus USB-C. Probably this was done for the sake of more convenient connection of the PSVR 2 headset. Finally, the drive is now removable. If you select the digital version, you will then be able to connect the component to it separately. But what, in my opinion, is much more important, the volume of the internal SSD disk of the Slim is now 1 terabyte versus 825 GB in previous versions. Simply put, for the user, minus the space required for the system, about 848 GB is now available instead of 667 GB. The difference is significant. You will be able to install at least one more ADA game. Does Slim got hotter, and is it making more noise? If you believe tests online, then yes. But it seems that the difference cannot be called important. The new product is 5 degrees Celsius higher in heating than the original 2020 revision, and in noise by 8 dB. This practically does not affect the gameplay, nor does it affect the gamer's comfort. Let me note again, there is no difference in performance between all revisions of the PS5 console, including PS5 Slim and original PS5. Is it worth the money? It is difficult to give a direct answer to the question above. At the time of publication, the PS5 Slim is offered for about $550, and the original PS5 with a Blu-ray drive is $500. The overpayment, even taking into account the additional space on the SSD in the new product, looks excessive. But over time, Slim will almost certainly displace the first PS5 from sale, falling in value to their level. In this case, the choice will become more obvious, although even now it is quite simple. Buy the modification of the console that is now easier to obtain. There is a difference in noise, power consumption, and heating between them, but it is impossible to call it important. In all cases, the experience of interacting with consoles will be almost the same.